How to build and scale your business when you are a mother of 3 and you feel like you don't always have the time. Welcome to the podcast Manifesting Big Money Fast. My name is Jeanine. I am so excited that you found this podcast or that you're tuning in to another episode. This podcast is all about manifestation, big money, energetics, spirituality, how it's all connected, and most importantly, how you can increase your bank account right now. So let's dive in today's episode. Welcome back, money lovers, to another powerful Q&A Friday. I couldn't be more excited about this, and I'm giving you a heads up. This is very triggering, very activating, what I'm going to tell you. And based on past experiences, when I'm talking to mothers, they have very strong emotions. And always remember, when we listen to something, someone tells us something, and strong emotions are coming up of like, how dare she to say this to me? Like, oh my gosh, no, she's so wrong. She has to have her own children first in order to say this, blah, blah, blah. This is all a form of judgment. This is all a form of emotions. And if anything like this is coming up for you while we are talking about Angelica's question, take a deep breath and come back again and listen to this episode over and over and over again, because it will land differently for you. Obviously, I'm here as your coach, meaning I'm telling you things you don't always want to hear, but that make you grow. I'm not your best friend. I want you to have a freaking successful 7-figure online business that creates the true freedom you want in your life. And obviously, you're not there yet completely where you want to be, because otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this podcast and you wouldn't be learning. So I deeply believe I've created a lot of money and especially a lot of freedom in the last 2 years, especially by changing my business module really from close proximity spaces, a lot of masterminds, a lot of high-priced coaches, to low mid-size tickets, and literally by now have 0 coaching calls a month. 0. The only thing I do is Telegram support in the university. That's it. It is 1 week. My close proximity spaces, my one-on-one coaches for next year for Q1 and Q2 are already completely booked. However, also those spaces I've changed, they do not contain any live calls anymore. So I really feel like by bringing in multi-millions every year, I have so much to teach you. I've taken so many steps. I've reinvented my own game over and over and over again in order to stay in this highest form of mastery. So that being said, let's dive in today's episode. Angelica's question was, first of all, thank you for this great podcast. I really love it. My question, what are you doing when you can't follow your impulses immediately? For example, I'm a mother of 3 children. Sometimes I don't have the time now. In the meantime, I have other impulses and getting confused what to do or what to do first, which often ends up that I do nothing. This is such a powerful question. And even if you're not a mother and you don't have children, we all have a major excuse we use. So mothers very often love to use their children as an excuse for growth. Oh, I can't do that if I have children. My children, It's always about the freaking children. And don't misunderstand me. I am not a mother, so I just can talk from another angle of this, and that is I am a child. I have a mother, and I know the other side, like how a freaking child feels when parents are always saying, can't do this, got children, can't proceed my growth, can't proceed my dreams because of you. And we see this so often that children feel so guilty. All they want is that their parents are happy and they don't want to be that excuse. And deep down, you know, it's not your freaking children. It's just your coping mechanism to use your children as a protective layer of not to grow, not to enter the room of the uncomfortable where true change and transformation happens. You've just listened to the first 4 minutes of the VIP version of the podcast. By becoming a VIP member, you can listen to 3 episodes per week. You will receive early bird access to the Monday episode, so you already can listen on Sunday. And if that doesn't sound great enough yet, I've got one more. Why you should become a podcast VIP member. I'm answering every week a listener's question in the podcast. So if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A thread and receive the answer in the podcast. Can't wait to see you. Simply click on the link in the show notes or go to courses.richandhappiness.com to become a VIP member.